Yo.
Yo, what's happening, man?
What's good? I'm just fumbling my volume over here. Welcome to the box seats. Look at these guys looking all good. Everybody ready?
Wait. You hosting today?
Yeah, everything okay?
Oh, hell
no. What's going on?
First of all, thank you for a warm welcome, Phil. my fellow New Yorker.
This is the Childish King. We in trouble. We in trouble right now. We in major trouble. Oh man.
Somebody got to do the analogies now.
You know what happened? What happened is I got voted in because I'm the only one to drink through the mug the whole show.
Fig drink the mug, but he drink vodka out of it though.
The propaganda.
Fig don't know what he's doing. First of all, happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
No yawning, Mike Sean.
We made it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the box seats. This is where the comedians get together and wild out with unofficial opinions about this thing called sports. That's big man right there next to me down below. You see my man Mike Sean, comedian extraordinaire, Rodney Perry. Welcome back, Rodney. You've been gone. You've been on vacation.
No, I've been working.
You sound good. You know, you
guys working. Doing some TV stuff, some movie stuff. So yeah.
Shout out to the Metamucil that Rodney's on lately. That sound real.
I'm definitely boo-booing a lot. I'm very regular right now.
This weekend was crazy, bro. First and foremost, life has been a highlight this whole week because all the big sports stuff going down. I don't know if y'all had a chance to watch the Tyson Fury fight Saturday.
No.
I had to catch it in the highlights, but let me tell you something. I remember the interview he said leading into the fight, kind of disrespecting the challenge.
He said he may retire after this one, right?
Well, he got enough money?
Educate me, brother.
I hope he don't retire because then we're gonna have another Floyd Mayweather. You're gonna be doing dumb shit. Like when you leave too early and you got
to do some dumb shit.
Yeah, you're gonna do dumb shit. I don't want to see that for him. I think the guy has earned the right to retire if he wants to. He fought Dylan White, who spells his name crazy, White with a Y.
Oh, we don't like that.
Yeah, Dylan White. 6-round TKO, technical knockout. But he called this. I don't know if you've seen the pre-interview. He was this and son. They was comparing him to Wilder. And he was like, he's no Wilder. He was like, this guy's no Wilder. Don't make no mistake about it. He said, when he fights Wilder, I give him respect because he said he respects Wilder and he worries about him. You know, he hits hard. He's a good boxer. He said, what do you think about Dylan White? He was like, he's no Wilder. So he knew he was going to win. Mike Sean is our boxing aficionado. Bro, did you see the whole fight?
Unfortunately, I saw the whole fight. No, Tyson Fury did everything he could and he dominated. The amazing part is there was over 90,000 people there. Tyson Fury, before his bonus, got $29 million for the fight, got a $4 million bonus, gets parts of the pay-per-view. So if he wants to retire, he did announce he's going to retire. He doesn't care if Anthony Joshua, I always mispronounce the gentleman's last name, who he's got to fight. So he's not trying to unify the titles. He said he's out. He said goodbye. But you're right. He already started the propaganda on fighting the heavyweight champion of the MMA. They're talking about having a mega fight. No, Floyd has made the blueprint. Make all the money you can make and then go outside the ring and then make bigger money fighting somebody else outside. But dog, he's made a gang of money. He's done everything. And when you make that much amount of money and you risk your life when you get in a ring, God bless Tyson Fury. 90,000 people went out there to watch.
There was 94 plus Wembley Stadium. But here's my thing, man. Golly. You don't see Jay-Z. Jay-Z made $1 billion. You don't see him doing country music.
It's not the same, though.
What do you mean it's not the same? Explain, Rodney.
No, I'm just saying a guy like Tyson Fury, he's not going to ever get a look at this money again. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at the guy, he knew he was going to win this fight. He knocked him out, and he punished him on the way to the knockout. I mean, the guy had no chance, and he's the blackest white person I've ever seen.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Whew.
Hey, the blackest white person you ever seen with no muscles.
None.
Zero muscles.
The guy has zero muscles and he knocking Negroes out. Fig, what do you think about this fight, bro?
I think it's hilarious, man, because the dude that he fought, I never even heard of him. I ain't never heard of this dude before Tyson Fury fought him. So basically, he did. I guess he got like a hand-picked payday. But this just in,
Oh my God.
Tyson Fury says he's putting up $20 million to any team that would sign Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
The business bullies on the check-in.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Man, a big fight this Saturday night, man.
Yes,
Damn, 6 rounds. You seen it?
I did.
What do you think about this 6-round TKO? Mike Sean said, unfortunately, he's seen it.
Let me tell you something. I actually enjoyed it because, listen, where else can I see somebody that it actually envisions how I feel inside? I done lost this weight, but my skin is hanging. So I look just like Tyson Fury. I look like a busted Pillsbury biscuit can when you take all this off. Let me tell you something.
Don't do it.
Whoa.
Listen, only on pay-per-view for $69.99 can you see what's under this here biscuit label. The thing of it is, what I loved about it was he faked with the jab, came up with the uppercut, and did the most Negro-ish thing I've ever seen. He just said, "Get off me."
Yo.
And you said, "Oh."
Let me tell you something, bro. First of all, let me say this, man. Tyson Fury can do whatever the hell he wants. I know we criticize, but when you make that kind of money and you get, I think it's boredom. I think you get tired of doing the same thing, the monotonous, and you say, you know what? Let me do something not too far from here, something that got something to do with something that got something to do with that. But it's different. I think it's like us. Like when we do those, I thank God they clammed down in the comedy club. Remember the old days, the old comedy club days where you had to do 9 shows a week?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday.
Yo, remember that?
The one in the morning show. What are we doing?
I've left the club at like 2:30.
It was disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I guess, we got tired of that and we wanted to do different things. So when we host award shows and all that, I guess that's reaching out, branching out. Well, congratulations on the victory. Speaking of Tyson's being in the news.
Oh boy.
I think America has fell back in love with Mike Tyson.
Facts.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I think that. Tyson's in the news for beating somebody up in first class. First of all, it's a violation right there. I don't care what the guy did. It's first class. You don't hit nobody in first class. That's in the ticket. When you buy first class, say it in the little
Say from ass whooping.
Who knew JetBlue had first class? Who knew?
Right.
Cheap beverages, food, and nobody will whoop your ass. Guaranteed.
I didn't know
Somehow
that.
this guy got his ass. Well, he deserved it. I've seen the video before and after. But the reason I think America's back in love with Tyson, he should be up on federal charges.
Yeah, you can't beat nobody in the air.
Yeah, but nobody's talking about that. Now, you know how America is. They don't waste no time. Can't wait to clamp you down. The fact that they're quiet, this part of it anyway, I think America's back in love with Mike Tyson. What do you think?
Tyson got other crimes that's worse than this.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, at least he didn't rape him.
We doing this?
When your crime bar is really high, all of a sudden you don't get judged the same on just kicking somebody's ass.
Just throw it out there.
Let's go to 30,000 feet. You know what?
I'm just giving different schools of thought, brother.
This ass whipping was all consensual. It was all consensual.
Why are you in the damn first class if you ain't want your ass whipped by Mike Tyson?
Rodney's out of control. I'm gonna go to Fig because Rodney's out of. At least he didn't rape him. Fig, what do you feel about this?
Jeez.
You know what's funny? You know what's horrible about me, man? Like not only am I a comedian, I love comedy. But when somebody say something, I get a visual. Could you see the visual?
No.
Oh my God.
Listen,
Yeah, that's hilarious.
This is atrocious.
Listen, man. All I say is this:
I'm so vicious.
anybody that's dumb enough to throw something at Mike Tyson. Whatever happens after that, it's all bets off. Hey, listen, when the prosecutor heard what happened, it was like, oh, he deserved that. And this was the prosecutor. He was like, you threw a water bottle at Mike Tyson in an enclosed environment. Oh yeah, you deserve what you get. All charges dropped. I'm not pressing charges against Mike.
Hey, you know what's crazy? My favorite meme came out, and it had Mike Tyson like a ferocious boxing face, and the caption was like, social media has gotten y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people without getting punched in the mouth. And I thought that was like so on point.
Hilarious
Situation. Business Bullet.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about it?
Talent, to be honest with you, my whole thing is, you're right. We are in love with Mike Tyson. Have you seen Hangover 1, 2, and 3? Phenomenal.
Hilarious.
Let's start there. Have you seen Mike Tyson Mysteries? Phenomenal. Mike Tyson has become, he's the Snoop Dogg of boxing. You know how Snoop is in stuff, it doesn't make any sense. Like why Snoop is covering the LPGA second round tournament.
Right.
Makes no sense, but he's there.
Kevin Hart.
It doesn't add up. Mike Tyson was minding his business. He gave a selfie to this dude. He shook the dude's hand the whole nine. The dude threw a road about it. Like, that's the way I draw the line. This is absolutely ludicrous. Now I gotta beat your ass. That's like Robin. That's what wound up happening. He deserved every inch of that ass whipping. And you know what I love about it? We're used to Mike Tyson knocking out white people. Peter McNeely in '95. You saw what happened when the Wolfpack stole his daggone tiger.
Right.
He whooped their ass. So he's already set the precedent for this. So now art is imitating life, and them hands imitated a black eye on that white man's face.
I'm glad you said that, because them hands, Mike still got it. He was in a confined space, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no.
But he reached over, talent. He reached over the seat. It was coming.
But he had. I'm gonna tell you right now. The second punch. Pay attention to the video. The second, third, and fourth punch. That was Trevor Burbick all over again. Trevor Burbick. Mike Sean, what you think about Mike Tyson?
I just want to tell y'all. I know y'all love Mike Tyson. I was disappointed.
Oh,
I was disappointed. Mike Tyson is slowing down. That guy should have been put to sleep. That's not Mike Tyson. That's not Mitch. That is not Mitch Green.
That's not the
Mike
Mike Tyson.
In his prime, you have to wake up with the eggplant on your eye, and he would have been. We could tell he's in his 50s. Mike has slowed down a little bit because prime Mike Tyson, that is sleeping bag records. That is a sleep in the aisle.
Yo.
And thank God that he didn't put him to sleep, because chances are if it would have been more damage, he might have got in trouble. The dude deserved everything. I'm glad somebody actually recorded him antagonizing Mike. I'm glad somebody actually saw the footage before the footage of him, scuffing him up. But the guy got lucky. The guy got lucky. He didn't get Mike 10 years ago.
But hold up, though, Mike. In Mike Tyson's defense, he could have knocked this guy out. He was sitting down. We don't know.
Yeah, Mike was lazy. Like, Mike didn't even look like agile over the seat. Like, he looked a little stiff. He didn't have the same, he didn't have the, he looked like, and they stopped him, which just tells you if you stop Mike Tyson at some point, Mike Tyson is a calmer, a gentler Mike Tyson. That's
but
not,
you know what? Maybe this is the weed Mike.
And that's true. This is the weed
Right.
Mike. Yes,
Right.
this is the weed Mike.
It's the edibles.
The edible Mike. Yes. Amazing point.
I'm gonna see if I can get
Amazing
Mike on the pump for us today.
oh God. Oh.
Yo, so you have it. Once again, welcome to the Box Seats Monday edition, fresh off the weekend. A lot going on. Let's go right to the NBA, man. NBA was fantastic. They need to bring that back.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yep.
The year you bring it back, because people are balling out. First and foremost, let's talk about the Denver Nuggets. Now they are facing no pressure. All right. With a win, the last one was 126-121, game 4 victory. Now the press reads the monkeys off the back, because Denver now sees that the other team is beatable. Your team, Fig, you picked them. You said they was going to do this, that, the other. Looked like it might have been a sweep after the first 2 games. And then here comes roaring back Denver. You can't even breathe up there. And they came back and made the series. What do you think about it, Fig? Your team back against the wall. What's up?
My team back against the wall. We up 3-1. They ain't the back against the wall. That's straight up frontage. No, but listen to this. You ain't unbeatable for one game. And let me just tell you this. Denver had a rookie come off the bench and play like he was all world. This kid was knocking down shots like it was incredible. But guess what? He's a rookie. Everybody chipped in and did their part. But this is the one thing that we always talk about on this show. Role players play good at home.
Yeah.
They got to go all the way. They got to go see them boys at home now. That was their last game.
Yeah,
now they got to go back to Steph and Clay's and all of them arena where the crowd is going to go crazy for them.
Yeah.
It's over. This is 5. This is what we call a gentleman's sweep.
No, I can't lie. When you go back in that house, it's a mess. Like it's super hard to win in there under these circumstances. However, we know a decent team, a good team like a Denver, where they ain't playing around, they're trying their hardest, and they're matching up. I've seen some matchups, but be real, they got to win back in the Bay. Rodney, do you see it happening or what?
Oh no, Denver's done.
Damn.
Yeah, they're done. And I mean, of course, we would like to see them kind of dig down in and scrap up maybe one more game. But I mean, you ever see somebody get scuffled up? Not a fight, but just scuffled. And the boys have been scuffled. You know, you got like a cut here, and your eye ain't swole, but it's a little scratched.
Right.
They've been scuffled up too much to make a fight out of it. But maybe next year. But maybe not. They're not gonna do that next year.
I'm a betting man. Me and the business bully, we bet a lot of money.
Yes.
He lost a lot of money with me too. So business bully, can we get that Denver win one more game?
You can take that bet if you'd like. I'm not. I kind of like to keep money. It's a thing, I have children. One of them's graduating next week. I cannot afford to be, out here parlaying with your ignorant ass. The other
now, I would say they'll win one more game though. They'll definitely win one more game.
No, sir.
Well, Rodney, that was the question, goddammit.
No, it wasn't the question. The question is like, would they do anything?
No, win one more game.
The next
they're not gonna win the series, but they gonna win one more game.
Wow.
It's one.
Yeah.
No,
it's 3-1.
Yeah, they can win one more.
Okay. That was the question. Mike, what you think?
I will say this about the NBA. Two things. Number one, Mike Malone. When Golden State went to their small lineup that everybody's scared of him, he took the Joker out. Well, who would have thunk that?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk when they go small, you go small? Pause. Like, who would have thought? Like, yeah, that's what you do. Like, the one thing they taught the NBA, like, that small lineup doesn't scare teams like Memphis, doesn't scare teams like Phoenix, doesn't scare teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves. It shook up Denver, and Denver, they're not going to win another game. But quickly, the officials, and y'all know I hate Golden State. I am not a Golden State fan. I don't think they're likable. I don't like none of them. But the officials are ridiculous. You're going to tell me that the Nuggets got 20 more free throws than Golden State? You're going to tell me y'all didn't really want to extend this series? Like, you're going to tell me the Nuggets got 40 free throws and Golden State got 50? I'm not a Golden State fan. But the thing that pisses me off about this is you extend these series because you want more money. And then what if Steph Curry actually twists the ankle in the next game? And then the whole series then you throw a whole wrench in the whole thing. That's why you don't want these series to just be like, well, let's extend them for the money and the ratings. You don't want that. Joel Embiid has got a torn ligament in his thumb right now. Now you got a guy in his shooting hand who's officially injured, who they said if it was the regular season would be out for a month and have surgery. Yeah. But these officials casually will be like, it's 3-0. Let's extend it one more. Yeah, I got a real problem with that.
That don't mean nothing with Joel Embiid. All Africans got a torn ligament in their thumb. So yeah, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. It's part of it.
That's not true at all.
That's not true.
It's part of it. It's one of those rituals when the boys are born. I think it's 12 or 13 years old. They tear the ligament in the thumb. So it's not Hold up. We're talking about, you said Joker went out to the bench. Speaking of going out to the bench, Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns was subbed out of the game, and they heard him quote, and I quote, pardon me, Frank, get me the fucking ball.
Yeah.
They can't stop me. Shit. That's the quote. Get me the effing ball. They can't stop me. Shit. Can't nobody guard me. Shit. And sat down on the bench. And they lost that game because he only got what, 4 shots off in the 35 minutes. 35 minutes, 4 shots. Unacceptable for a star player on a team like Minnesota, and that's your guy. I agree with him.
Yeah.
I agree with Fig. What do you think? I agree with him.
Yo, you 100% correct, man, because I don't know if you remember last week, that was the same thing I said. You got this all-star center that could shoot the ball from 3. He won the 3-point shooting contest in the all-star game. I mean, he's arrived on the big stage, and you don't get him the ball, but guess what? The very next game, they got him the ball. He scored it over 30 points, and they won. I think he got a point. He proved his point. Give me the ball. We win.
Rodney, what you think, man? This is Karl Anthony Towns, bro. How do you not get him the ball?
I mean, so the story of the last game was that he didn't demand the ball, and so he heard the press, he demanded the ball, and it made a big difference, man. But I just don't think this team is mature enough to get it done. And Karl Anthony Towns, while a really dope player, I don't know if he can do it. It don't seem like it's enough team around him to get this playoff game done.
Well, you got a good point right there. I mean, even if you don't get it done, you got to go out swinging. That's what I'm thinking. Like, even if you can't win, you still go to the no-brainer. The no-brainer is my guy.
Do your guy.
Yeah, my guy. I go through my guy. I win through my guy. I lose through my guy. I draw through my guy. Win, lose, or draw. That's your guy. What do you think, Business Bully? Talk to me.
Back in the day, there was a guy named Doug Collins who had that same philosophy. Give the ball to Jordan. And you know what happened? It ain't work. You have to build a team. This whole let's get one guy and let's just, bet the farm on him. Karl Anthony Towns is that dude. Let's not get it twisted. But can we just I didn't realize I was going to do it this early. Can we just put the full Perry up? You need a team around the man. You need supplementary players. Like Michael Jackson singing old ass songs, to grown ass women in 1963 is not really cute unless he got his grown ass 5 brothers on the stage with him. It adds something to it. You need Tito and Jackie's always wearing green ass in the background to go like this. No,
you didn't.
You was wrong for a minute though.
Yeah, you was on fire for a second.
I wonder what R. Kelly doing right now. You got me thinking. Anyway.
I don't wonder what he's doing.
My mind's telling me no.
Mike Sean, what's your thoughts on this?
No, I think one thing Rodney said is that the Timberwolves are super immature. They got the talent. Anthony Edwards is a beast. Towns is a beast. D'Angelo Russell, we forget, is a dope point guard. Like, they've got the team to make it happen. They just do dumb-ish. When you blow, like, this series should be over. You can't blow a 27-point lead at home. And they're going to regret that because eventually John Morant will get back into himself. I predicted the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are a dangerous team. I thought the Timberwolves could beat the Grizzlies. But I think blowing that game is going to come back to haunt them because there'll be a game 7 in Memphis, and they're going to regret that one game. You cannot blow a 27-point lead at home and think it's not going to come back to haunt you. And I think they got the talent to beat the Grizzlies. But I think they screwed up, and they gave their opportunity away.
Oh, that's a good thought, man. You might be right. You might be on to something right there. Again, talking about Denver being down 3-1. The only thing worse than being down 3-1 in the NBA in the playoffs is 3-0.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
The New York Nets have squandered opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. That's the saddest part of my weekend. The saddest part of my weekend is that Frank and his little gangrene tall leprechauns. How you doing, Frank?
I like the way Frank act like he knew they was gonna be good. They ain't shown no signs of being shit
Yeah, they came out of nowhere.
all year.
But you know what
Come on
happened?
back, Frank.
They clicked. They clicked at the right time. They made a run.
I'm back.
Them boys- Frank ain't been no fan. He ain't been a fan. He been saying they ain't shit. And now all of a sudden,
I've been mad literally since February. They've been doing
Exactly.
this since February. I've been mad since February. Yes, I talk Fig that all the time, but I've been mad since February. I still wanted to trade the coach, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah, you was definitely on the soapbox. Get rid of the coach.
Wow.
But
That
to
was.
you, Frank,
Get rid of the coach.
what's
Wow.
different? Like what did they do?
Wow.
They played defense, and after they had that fight in January, they started playing a whole lot of defense. That's what they did.
Well, I'm gonna put. You got to give credit where credit is due. The defense comes from Marcus Smart's new haircut.
Yeah,
he got box braids done over. They fresh. Matter of fact, his edges. He got baby hair. If you look, he got edges.
I didn't know that.
He's too fancy. Bottom line is they're kicking the Nets.
Is he using Mike Sean's barber?
I think Fig.
He better not.
Oh, you got Fig's barber. Okay.
But here's the story. We all know they're down 3-0, facing elimination by sweep. Problem is, your boy was scheduled to come back in game 4, Ben Simmons, and now he's not. They supposedly worked out, woke up the next day, back issues all over again. He's all sore back. He's not going to play. Definitely not going to play. Not questionable. Not maybe he'll feel good. Definitely not going to play. My question to you guys is, we knew when they made the trade, we was like, yo, it was a great trade for Brooklyn, right? But I don't think none of us knew the extent of the problems. I thought we were all worried about the psychological part, and mental illness and all that stuff, mental health and all that stuff. And come to find out, I think he got some serious back problems. Hey, I'm a Knicks fan for life. You know, right away, I had a nightmare last night about what LJ in retirement. That knocked LJ out. That back spasm.
Yeah.
Oh, Fig, first of all, you're a Net fan. Do you believe it?
No. Nick.
Yo, I know you Knicks first, brother. I know.
Yeah, Knicks all day. But listen, here's the thing, man. Ben Simmons does have a back problem. And I think the part of the back that's really giving him the most problem is his spine.
No.
He has a spine problem. That boy ain't got no courage, man. He need to go see a wizard. His spine is missing. He saw the way the Boston Celtics put a beating on Kevin Durant, and he was like, I don't want none of that because I can't even shoot. You know what? He's like, I don't want none of that smoke, man. None of that smoke. Ben Simmons don't want none of that. And I can't blame him, man, because this beating is so bad, it looked like it was scripted.
Hey, this is bully. You Philly guy. Why you didn't help?
First
Why
of
you let
all,
us do this trade?
I tried to tell y'all. Oh no, you gotta Ben Simmons. He's just Philadelphia because Philadelphia won't give you a chance. This, that, and the third. I told you because listen, to quote Tupac Shakur, I did not create light skin pigmentosis. I diagnosed it. And that's the problem. So for all of y'all who was talking about, oh, well, Ben Simmons just needs to get with the right system and it'll be great. And this, that. Come on, son. Got here with that BS. Come on, son. Listen, you gotta be kidding me. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Now you got stuck with a really bad bill of goods, yet and still, even with one loss, the Sixers are still in the game, baby. This situation is fait accompli. In other words, it's a wrap for the Nets.
All right.
Thanks to Big Ben.
Enough for you. Mike Sean, talk some sense into the panel.
The only thing dumber than the Ben Simmons trade was that Kevin Durant has to look in the mirror and said, I left Golden State.
Yes, sir.
He literally has to look in the mirror and say, I left Golden State. And then, hold up, the next one, and I know y'all gonna jump on me. At some point, Kyrie has to look in the mirror and said, I complained when I was with LeBron that I wasn't that dude.
Right.
Now, the highlight of this whole thing is that even if they were healthy, the Brooklyn Net team isn't as good as the Boston Celtic team. So we're going to unfairly critique Kyrie and Kevin Durant. But hey, you unfairly got the praise when you were at Golden State as being the best player on the planet, even though you joined a team that was already the best team on the planet. So if you're going to get the praise unfairly, we're going to critique you unfairly. They have swarmed you. Jason Tatum by himself is D'ing your ass up. Now, it doesn't help any that Marcus Smart comes over when they set a pick and he's trying to get away from Jason Tatum. Then Marcus Smart says, I got you now. He's like, oh, this guy. Then when they set another pick, Jaylen Brown goes, guess who? I'm here now. Dog, the Boston Celtic team is a dangerous squad because they have decided that we are really going to play defense with a bunch of 6'6", 6-foot guy, 6'5" athletic basketball players who can play offense and defense. Brooklyn is the most disappointing team of the year.
Yes.
The most embarrassing team is the Lakers. They're embarrassing. But the most disappointing is definitely the Brooklyn Nets because these guys are healthy and playing.
I'm not going to give all that credit to Boston. You're right about that, though. But they are the most disappointing part in the NBA. But I think it's the color green. You ever play against green? I played ball, and there were certain colors that messed us up as a team. Green is one of those colors. If you play video games, there's certain colors that come through the screen that affect your brain. Green in basketball, Rodney, tell him I'm not lying. What do you think about this?
That's an absolute fact, Tyler. I'm glad you brought that up, man. And as you look at the Boston Celtics, you look at the Nets, man. I mean, I think ultimately Ben Simmons is getting a bad rap. First of all, going through this whole thing, right? So you got Ben Simmons,
right?
They're doing to Ben Simmons what they hesitated to do to KD when he was injured. Like they're calling for this guy to play as if he's faking. And the thing about a back injury, your back is fucking hurting. You can't do shit, And so,
right.
I mean, you can't get no good thrust or no pumps in there. Anyway,
this with a man who got 17 kids, but okay.
Rodney's bedside manner is amazing, boy.
All jokes aside, man, it's a real thing. The guy is really injured.
Right.
You hear Stephen A. Smith and Jay Will on there calling basically saying the man is a bold-faced liar. And how about this? Why go play? He ain't got 20 points to get a team. Yeah. He don't have it. If they don't have it, they don't have it. I don't think they're gonna lose this next game. I think KD is going to go somewhere and be KD and be great and go out and win this game single-handedly if you have to. Mm-hmm. Kyrie has been shooting the ball too much. KD has to do what Karl Anthony Towns did. He got to go give me the damn ball. Everybody get out the way. Let me do my thing. And they're going to throw guys at him, but that's when you get your other guys involved, and he can do it.
Got a great point. Absolutely. Kudos.
Yeah. You saw the game. To me, KD looked checked out last game. It looked like he didn't take that many shots. Last game, it didn't even look like he was trying to me.
Like he was pouting.
They were gonna get swept.
No, but Fig, it's like Mike Sean said, they're throwing these long guys at KD don't. I mean, when these guys are, they're as tall as him.
Yeah.
These Boston Celtics are, and they're athletic, and so they're getting. It's at the end of the day, it's a really defensive struggle, and they're able to focus on KD 7-game series, man, tell the tale of the tape.
Between game 1 and game 3, did Jason Tatum go to the gym or something? Like he physically is bullying KD off the ball right now. Like he's actually like bullying KD right now. And I'm like, yeah, like when did this all occur? And they said behind the scenes, they said Ben Simmons in the locker room after the game, KD said, yo, you gonna play or what? And he was like, for what?
Well, I think we could chalk all this up to KD's poor play, or not. It's funny because it's not poor play, but it's poor for KD. So let's just chalk it all up to alopecia. Okay, so.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Out of nowhere.
You keep my wife's name out your mouth. You hear me?
You're not getting up on stage and smacking talent, Rodney. You need a step ladder and a prayer.
When I say these teams, when I say the Lakers, the Sacramento Kings, and the Charlotte Hornets, now all have something in common. I don't know if you've seen the news, but Charlotte Hornets have fired the head coach.
Oh.
James Borrego is out of it. So now all three of these teams are on the market looking for a new head coach. First of all, I didn't know this guy's name before today. That's first of all. Second of all,
Right.
if you're the Charlotte Hornets, do you go high profile for the next coach?
I say if you Charlotte Hornets, you go Don Staley.
Oh, I like it.
Oh.
You go Dawn Staley. You at least attempt to get her, and try to get some high profile look without the high profile price tag.
Wow, I like that.
Hmm.
You make history in the meantime. Fig, what do you think?
Listen, man. You got a nice core over there of young players that probably should have did a lot better than they did. I hate that I'm about to say this, man. It feels horribly coming past my lips, man. But if they went out and got somebody the caliber of a Mark Jackson, I think we could turn them young boys around and turn them into something pretty special. But I wonder if Michael Jordan is willing to get up off of that kind of money.
But let's be real though. This has been an injury-plagued Hornet team. In the 4 years with this coach, they went 148 and 183. Mike Sean, what's to say about
that? When it comes to being an NBA executive, Michael Jordan sucks.
Well,
I don't even want to tell y'all I followed the Hornets that closely. I didn't know the coach was the problem. I thought they were an up and coming team,
right?
That needed another 2 or 3. Like LaMelo's gonna be a star, but I mean, I didn't know he was the problem. High profile, low profile. The problem is the coaches that have been effective in the league this year are guys that I really didn't know about. Like Frank was complaining about the Boston Celtics coach. He's all of a sudden turned it around. The Memphis Grizzlies coach, I couldn't have pointed him out in a lineup. Like, I didn't know who he was. So it's like hard to choose. And Dawn Staley, I'm like, if I'm Dawn Staley, the last thing I want to do is take an unstable job when I know I can have this job where I'm at for the next 15 years and be the queen of my kingdom and do whatever I feel like doing and not have Michael Jordan over my shoulder trying to tell me, what he thinks needs to happen. So Charlotte is in a predicament right now, but what they have to do and what they can't do is they can't screw up their relationship with LaMelo. Don't screw up their relationship because you know what his dad wants. And I know everybody, but his dad wants him in a big time market. And his dad would want nothing more than have him in Chicago, LA, New York. His dad ain't chilling, just being like, stay in Charlotte for the rest of your life. So whatever they do, but Mark Jackson is the guy. He's the usual suspect that's going to get looked over, and they'll never tell us exactly what he did behind the scenes that has pissed you guys off. That a guy who created the Golden State dynasty can't get a job.
He got to get a job with 3 openings and 3 well-formed.
It was 3 openings a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but I mean, before the new season starts, he got to get one of these. He got to land one of these jobs. I don't care what nobody say. The man got to get in there and get a job.
Would you put money on it?
No, but Business Bully might.
Yeah, no, I'm going to tell you the problem with Charlotte is that they do not have the right leadership. Michael Jordan was a phenomenal player, but he's not the type of GM or the type of front office guy that LeBron James currently is. Aside from that, I think that we're looking. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Real quick. Can we just talk about the fact that Uncle Rodney made a very valid point? I think that Dawn Staley would be good, but if we're going to go there, let's go all the way there. Let's go with somebody who can do championships with men. I contend that you get the one woman who is not only beaten most of the guys that most men actually respect, but knows how to win championships, put butts in seats, and confront Michael Jordan to his face. I give you Lisa Leslie. That's a coach who knows how to organize.
I thought you were going to go Cheryl Miller.
No, I'm going Lisa Leslie because she's beaten all the greats.
He said no. All right.
No.
All right, a couple of shout outs, and then we're going to switch over to the NFL. Shout out to Brandon Ingram and leading the Pelicans blowout to tie the series with the Suns. Yep. Shout out to Allen, my man Grayson Allen.
Yeah.
The most hated white man in America, but boy, he's balling.
Ooh, let me tell you, scored 27. The Bucks take a commanding 3-1 lead, but check it out: 27 points, 6 3-pointers, That's a playoff career high for him. Of course, Giannis did his thing, 32.17 rebounds, and they steamrolled. So shout out to them. And also the biggest shout out goes to Rudy Gobert. $25,000 fine for cussing on the floor.
What did he say?
Interview. Man, fuck all that talk.
Did he really tell it?
You know when they do the interview on the floor, they get in your face.
Yeah.
Hey man, you feel like talking all that, gonna break the team up after the season. What do you think about that? Fuck all that talk.
I'm about to find you.
25 big ones.
Talent about to find you a Pepsi if you keep on swearing.
I'm sorry, but Frank, we got to report the. I'm reading this. It's right here. He dropped the F-bomb on I think TNT, national TV.
Oh my God.
One of those in-game interviews. Now here's my thing. He was frustrated. Matter of fact, after the Jazz tied the series 100-99, 1-point win in Game 4, it was on TNT, and they got him on the floor and the F-bomb. He said, "Man, F all that talk." And
No, really.
So
in his defense,
you shouted out James Ingram?
Huh?
No, Brandon.
Brandon.
I thought you said James Ingram.
I did my best.
That's hilarious. You're telling. In Rudy Gobert's defense, that word means something else in French. That's all I'm saying. He's not really from here. He's from France. So
And I don't think
he said was something else. Like, over in Europe, a fag is a cigarette. So what he said was something totally different. That's not what the curse.
I've been in every country and continent that this earth got to offer. And fuck.
I'm pretty sure those words mean the same thing in French.
Yeah, I don't care where you go.
I was trying. Hey, I tried, y'all. I tried.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the crazy ass box seats where we go all over the place, have a good time, and hit these sports up. Now we're going to dive into the NFL because we got some things. First of all, the biggest story is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers restructuring Tom Brady's deal to free up $9 million in cap space. This is dope because before this move, they were under $4 million, just about $4 million cap room. And now that was the sixth lowest in the league. Now it frees up $9 million by restructuring Tom Brady's deal because you got to keep in mind, you still got a couple of people from the last season that have not resigned. Gronkowski, one of them, that not committed or resigned with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Big, is this a good thing?
Yeah, man, it's always good when you can get, extra players. The NFL is a game of attrition, meaning that, for those of y'all that don't know what attrition is, you got to last until the end. So when you got an NFL team and they play football, a lot of injuries and stuff like that, the more players, more skilled players you can get, the better it is for your team. And Tom Brady didn't unretire just to make the playoffs. He unretired so he can win another championship, so he can win another ring. So the more pieces that he gets around him, the better. Nine is better than 4. That's what all the women say anyway. I don't know what that means.
Hit that nail on the head, Fig. Another championship, something that the Chicago Bears know nothing about. Rodney Perry, what do you think?
Oh, what a transition.
About this Tampa Bay move, brother? Cleared up $9 million.
First of all, it's always good to see a team making moves, man. Tampa Bay, they using Tom Brady's a contract like a savings account. Like they just got money over there just waiting to do stuff with. And Tom Brady, when I hear restructuring, I wonder what that's ultimately going to mean to him. Is he going to get some type of ownership at the end of the day? What are they promising him that we don't know about? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's good to make a little bear joke. But we got to look down the road, man. I would love to hear what Bully got to say about this, because where are they getting this money from? All this restructuring. What the hell?
Can I go ahead, Tanner? Well, you got to remember, Tom Brady coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers automatically means one thing. Oh, you can double charge for season tickets, because they were about to take a loss year to year without Tom Brady being the quarterback. Understand that. All of a sudden, business went up. The only person who suffered a loss with Tom Brady unretiring is that guy who got his game football. and auction that bad boy off.
Right.
No, that's worthless. Yo, my game football from Belfield Recreation Center is more valuable than Tom Brady's unretired last football. So, like, it only makes more sense. There's going to be more merch sold. The NFL is absolutely happy because Brady jerseys are through the roof. Like, everybody's making money. And let's face it, the last time anybody was this excited about Tampa before Tom Brady made a move was when they got to watch Hulk Hogan do Thunder in Paradise, which nobody saw.
Mike Sean.
I think that should be edited out the show.
I agree.
Listen. Every joke ain't gonna land.
I think that was worse than a curse. That was a curse.
What?
I'm a bitter Giant fan, and I think restructuring should be outlawed. I don't think you should be able to restructure. It's like changing positions in the middle of an orgasm. It should not be allowed.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm telling you right
I do it
now.
all the time.
No, I don't. You don't do that. First of all, once you hit 50, you don't change positions anyway. Listen,
That's a fact.
we comfortable. Let's change. We comfortable. We both comfortable.
Yeah.
This
You got a rhythm.
restructuring thing is ridiculous because it just makes the rich. That's how the Rams are affording everybody that they want because they restructuring everybody's contract because everybody's filthy rich. Like at this point, Tom don't even need the money. The fact that you can restructure a dude that's already filthy rich and his wife makes more money than he does at the house, like it's unfair. Whatever the contract is, this is from a bitter Giant fan because my Giants don't restructure anything because we're brain dead. You stick with the contract because I'm tired of Tom Brady. I'm tired of the Rams. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired.
Well, first of all, Mike, it's okay. It's all right. We're gonna be all right. You know, we ain't in Chicago. So
Oh my God, he brought
I want to apologize. I want to apologize for my Chicago swipe because I didn't know they had some bad news out there. Chicago Bears wide receiver Byron Pringle got arrested, charged for reckless driving on a suspended license. Now, apparently, this dude had other people in the car, and he was doing donuts, right? He was doing donuts.
His name is Pringles, and he was doing donuts.
How do you do shit?
Trainer in the car doing donuts. What's up with Chicago, Rodney? For real.
Well, first of all, this is the uptick. I mean, you're looking at guys that are normally, getting shot at or shooting at people. So when I'm hearing Pringles and donuts, it's a good look for me.
Ain't you diabetic? Ain't carbs bad right now, Uncle Rodney?
Hey, Rodney, first of all, let me add salt to the wound.
Add salt to the wound.
I ain't gonna understand that he's doing these donuts on a public road in a 2016 Dodge Challenger.
No, he's not. Stop.
Well, it's also it's an older vehicle, so but it's got brand new tires on it, and then you got to respect that.
You can't do a donut in the 2016. That's a croissant.
No. It's a Challenger. It's a Challenger. Challenger is a muscle car. You know, he got brand new tires on it. He got new wheels, and he wanted to show them off. That's what it's all about.
I ain't mad at you. Other news, guys. I want everybody to chime in on this one because this is deep. I said this story on another show I did, and now it's making sports news. Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace.
God.
Killer. His parents made a statement a few days ago that they're not going to attend the funeral services. His parents. Reason being in the statement was they've never met the wife. And the young wife that he has, a new wife, and they don't want this to be the first time meeting the wife. So that was the original statement coming out. And I asked people like, they're going to do a separate weekend ceremony, detached from the actual funeral services. I think this is I understand both sides of it. I understand going and not going, but I do still feel some awkward uneasiness. Mike Sean, what do you think about this?
Oh man, there's so much to this story, yo. There's another story that said, when he ran out of gas, that there was a drunken, unconscious woman in his car when he called his wife to say that he.
Wow.
This is why I need to live forever, because this is the type of way my life would end, just like this. There's a whole lot of shadiness that's going on here, and I feel bad. I understand the parents were probably like, "No, we don't even know this woman.
Right.
Like, we don't want to share this moment." it's messy, man. I don't wish this on anybody to have your life. And when you don't have it's hard to have your situation in order, but when it's a mess and now your parents are going to have to go to a funeral and be part of the mess, I can understand why they wouldn't would take your time and like, we'll see my son later in a private funeral.
Yeah, that's crazy. We've been saying this since we've been covering it since it happened, that there's got to be some more to this story. It just didn't add up to everybody, and now that Mike just said that little piece right there, it's starting to make a little more sense. Big, what do you think about the parents? If you were the parents, you going? You're not going?
Death makes people act funny, man.
Facts.
It really does, man. I've been a part of some crazy stuff.
Whew.
But for the parents to say you're not going to your child's funeral because you didn't meet his wife, here's my question. Why not? Why didn't you meet his wife before he actually got killed on the highway crossing the road because he ran out of gas? Why? Why didn't you meet him? Why wasn't you at his wedding? Is what I want to know. Now you can't go to your child's funeral because you didn't meet the wife. It's something really, real petty about that. And you know what it boils down to? Money. I guarantee you, somewhere in here, underlining, there's some money issues involved because she's in now whatever money he made, she is legally has the right to all of it, and they ain't getting none. And I bet you that's the reason why they don't want nothing to do with this thing. Man, people act really funny when it comes to funeral. Can I just say one public service announcement? Listen, if Business Bully, you probably will agree with me. At least I hope you do. For anybody on here that don't have life insurance or your affairs in order to make sure who gets what in the time of your passing, please take care of it, because people act crazy when people die.
Well, here's the thing with me, man. I'm just gonna spin it all right before I die. Bully, what you think?
Last day.
I'm gonna tell you something that nobody here has talked about since I've been on this show. The fact that O.J. Simpson is a financial genius. The reason that O.J. Simpson is still swinging on country club golf courses, the reason that O.J. Simpson is still dipped out and he's relaxed and he doesn't seem stressed about anything is because he has over $200 million in life insurance. Whole, not that term stuff they sell you.
Right.
And that's the thing. Life insurance shuts everybody up. One of the main reasons I started losing weight is because I realized I'm about to start hitting 50 in a couple of years, and I want to make sure in case something happens, that there's nothing to argue about amongst my family. There's a policy for you, there's a policy for you, there's a policy for you. Everybody's good. Life insurance is free money. And if you don't have it, you are as dumb as a box of rocks. The other part of this is Fig is 100% right. The reason that the parents are salty and they're going to have their own GoFundMe YouTube fish fry extravaganza is simply because they know that they have just been bumped to second and third in line. And they mad about it. Take care, comb your hair. Maybe have a better relationship with your son.
Well, first of all, you look beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Rock.
This seems crazy to me, man, because and again, when, I hate to agree with Fig or anyone else for that matter. It's one of those situations where a young man is going way too soon.
Right.
We at the very least as human beings feel like we're going to live much longer lives. So his affairs probably weren't in order. I'm leaning toward the other way though. I'm saying we still don't have a definite reason why he was trying to cross that highway anyway. Maybe the wife it's some foul play involved. I mean, have we put that to bed? Have we put that? Hold on, Mike Sean.
No. I'm not saying in no negative way.
No. But maybe some foul play. Maybe the wife, grab me some donuts from across the street, and you know what? I'm gonna stop.
It's a Pringles.
It's a Pringles.
Hey, I keep telling you, and that kind of car is not a donut.
Liberty Mutual helps you customize your auto insurance.
I knew this show was going wrong when it started off with talent profiling all Africans of being born with torn ligaments. I already knew this wasn't going.
That's where it went off the rails for you.
All right, listen, y'all crazy. We winding down now. Last thing I want to bring up on the show today. I don't care what nobody say. In the NFL, to me, I think 33 years old, unless your last name is Brady, is kind of old to try to make a comeback. Earl Thomas, serious though. Earl Thomas, in case you forgot, released by the Baltimore Ravens August 2020, 2 days after he punched teammate Chuck Clark during the training camp practice. Released from the Ravens, but he's a Pro Bowl safety. Earl Thomas wants to resume his NFL career, and he won it now. What do you think, Mike Sean?
I try to tell y'all, the easiest thing to keep a long career, and I know Frank's gonna get mad, is just don't be an asshole.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just go. I'm not asking you to kiss anybody's ass. I'm saying just don't be the difficult dude. You're the same dude as when you got carried off the field. You threw the middle fingers up to your team because you were mad that you didn't. I don't know why I had to throw the middle fingers up. Sorry about that, Frank. But I don't know. I just got fined. Damn it. I don't know why. I got caught up in the moment. But now you want to make a comeback. So now you want everybody to deal with your same antics of knocking people out. Well, you're 33 now. You're not an all-pro player anymore. Now you got to start from the beginning, and you want teams to open their locker rooms up to you. Man, dog, if you want a long career, man, play the game. Play the game. Or else stack your money so you don't have to make a comeback at 33.
And stop punching people, right, Vic?
Well, that's not exactly true, Talent.
Go ahead, knock him out.
I tell you, listen, we're going to take them in New York. It's going to be either the Jets, the Giants, or Buffalo. I'm going to tell you because New York is famous for taking an athlete that has done something to his coach or to a former team member. Remember, we took Latrell Sprewell when he choked P.J. Carlissimo, and New York was like,
Carlissimo deserved that.
Yeah, we take him. So if Earl Thomas, which was a part of the Legion of Boom, and if he has any of that boom left, one of the New York teams will take him.
I'll tell you one thing. New York is rough, but so is Chicago, right, Rodney? You want it?
Hey, New York will take him. Chicago generally don't take has-been defensive players. But how about this? The Raiders might end up grabbing a guy like that. So I mean, you just never know. And how about this? 33 ain't washed up. If he got anything left, he probably can have another couple of years in the league. I think.
You think so? At that position? Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know, but the Raiders make the most sense now that you bring it up. I mean, they already got the patch over there. It's kind of
Hey, tell it. And the colors of their uniform got silver in it, like his hair.
Wow. I'm sorry, Frank. You went too long.
yeah,
Okay, time to wrap it up, guys. The principal came in. I feel like we were standing on top of the desk, making notes. Principal come in. Tell everybody, Rodney, how can they find you on social media?
Rodney Perry Live on all social media. Keep it popping.
Fig Man.
At Comedian Fig, all social media platforms.
And the Business Bully.
At Business Bully TV on Instagram. Everything else is the Business Bully on all social media platforms.
And the one who gives a damn about none of this, Mike Sean.
At Mike Sean Comedy. Just holler at me.
This has been the Box Seats, ladies and gentlemen. Every weekday, Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 o'clock, man. The Humor Mill app, download it. Watch us on that. Facebook, we put it up on Rodney page, the Humor Mill page. I share it on my pages. Salute. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Okay.